Hello! So welcome back. Today is Saturday, and we're going down the workshop. So I'm going to go down to Dad's workshop where a couple of the cars are, the Volvo and the P1800. And as usual, I've got a long list of stuff that I need to do today. Most notably the Jag. There's a couple of things I need to do on the Jag, however, the parts haven't arrived, so I can't do that. There's the P1800, that's also down there, so I can make a start on that. The monocoque body and the chassis is pretty good, but the bodywork, oh, she's crispy. So we were pushing her around, trying to get her into the workshop, into the right spot, and oh yeah, there was some big old crunching noises. So there's some bodywork to do on that, some rust to cut out. I know that the bonnet skin, the frame was good, but the skin, the actual metal that wraps over the bonnet, that was all Wi-Fi. So I know Dad's been working on that. He's ripped that cover off and he's been making a new skin for the bonnet. So that'll be pretty cool. Go and see how he's getting on with that. I need to start digging into the rust, cutting it all out, and then shaping new metal and then tacking it all into fit. So there's that to start on. And as usual, the car I'm driving has jobs to do. So I've had this Range Rover P1800 for about a month now. Not too bad. Tracking's still off a little bit. And the brakes, I need to bleed the brakes, because the first press of the pedal is pretty scary. The second press of the pedal, the car actually stops. So I'll go and have a look at that today as well. So there you go. That's the plan. Whether or not I achieve all of that is to be seen. But I'm not too far now. I'm round the corner from there, so I'll catch you when I'm there. And you know the drill. Pause the video now. Just hang up. Not quite now. Go and put the kettle on. Get a cup of tea. Bang a couple of sugars in it. Get some biscuits, and I'll meet you at the farm, where we'll get stuck in. Oh, and P.S. For those of you that are looking at this eye, no, I haven't been on the piss fighting downtown. I went to put some clothes in the washing machine and I poked my eye with the door of the dishwasher, which is on the worktop, quite badly, and I was breakdancing in pain on the floor of the kitchen for about 2 minutes, but all is well. All is well. Anyway, go and get your brew and I'll catch you down there. The monocoque body isn't too bad. The floors are good in it. Needs new sills, inners and outers. It'll need that back piece doing, usually, but not terrible. Hello, Diesel. Again, I love the bumpers. Is the boot open? Is that frozen or is it locked? Oh no, there you go. So inside not terrible. Inside not terrible. You see the wheel arches would have been gone. The top of the fuel tank as well. Not terrible. A little bit. Fuel tank will have to come out, I think. With it being fuel injection, don't want to send anything down there. Now the guy that owned this, yeah, bonnet will have to do. The guy that owned this, we got it from, was it Merseyside? On the Wirral, I think it was, near the beach, where the guy had bought this, driven it, and it had parked it on his drive. Wow, and he said it drove, ran well, and then parked it on his drive and left it there for 25 years. Great. But with it being right next to the seaside, it's not as bad as we thought. It was Dad that found the car. It was going to the beach, went for a walk. Yeah. Yeah, inner and outer sills. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Come in. And yeah, it was, he was just going walk for the beach and he found it. Got chatting to the guy. He was a lovely guy. He was a journalist, and his name was Robin Bird. Lovely chap. The only downside, the interior's great. Again, a little bit of rust stuff to do. The only downside to it was, bless him, Mr. Bird, he didn't really have the motivation. He'd had a stroke a couple of years ago, and then he owned a number of cars, and unfortunately all his motivation and work stopped. As with many people that get heart problems and scares like that, you know, you become worried. You don't want to overstress yourself, overexert yourself. Run to, oh, what's that? Run to Euro Disney. God, I wouldn't go to Disney if they paid me. What's this? Oh, hi. Old fuse panel will be in there, I think. Plenty of cobwebs. Mirrors missing. Ah, that is annoying, Mr. Bird. So the other sun shield here, sun visor, was signed by Roger Moore, and Mr. Bird told us about that and took it out the car before we collected it. So Mr. Bird, if you're watching this, when this car is running and driving, I'm coming to your house in this to get that sun visor. Not pleased. So there you are. For those of you that don't know, Roger Moore was Simon Templar, the first actor that played the part of Simon Templar in a show called The Saint. And this was, not this particular car, but the model of this car, the 1800, was the Saint's car in it. And this was pre-James Bond, so before all the Aston Martin stuff with James Bond, this was the guy. Pleased. The bumpers, I love the bumpers, the bull horns. It's such a shame they are right on the cusp. Gonna have to have a look at that, try to see if we can save them, because getting stuff chromed is not cheap in any way, shape or form. Nightmare. The rear bumpers are a little bit better, not much though. It's such a shame. Getting stuff chromed is going to cost me, it's probably going to be the most expensive thing on this car, and if I'm going to do it, I may as well send it all to get done, although a lot of it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll see. Right, let's go and have a look at the Jag. So the Jag, been doing a bit of polishing. It's looking pretty good. Again, all that's left to do on this really is needs a new, that's the wrong one, it's a modern thing. Need a new brake master, need a new clutch master cylinder. Did throw rebuild kits into both of them, tried to hone the bores out. They're both knackered. We really tried with them. We've had them off, had them apart a couple of times, different kits and stuff, and we've just had no luck. So I'll have to get a new pair. The brake servo is knackered also. The vacuum operated brake assist is knackered as well. So once I can get this, which it runs now, once I can get it running, able to change gear and to stop reasonably, this is up for sale. Interior's good. Interior is very good. The only downside is I can't really find any carpet to fit it, so it'll be missing. I might try and find some carpet. Don't want to sell it without carpet, but apart from that, runs and drives. And all the bodywork sorted on it now. Everything's good. Yeah. Remember how rotten it all was? Yeah, nightmare. Here's the bonnet. Painted this separately. Yeah, it was horrendously rotten. Remember all the bottom of the doors? Let's have a look. And the sills as well, all of these were gone. All these outriggers are all rotten. Underneath's been done. Yeah, it's great. Looks good. Very pleased. Very pleased. Caught on the bottom. In. Right. Blow this up. Get this on the car, and then roll it on the brain English words on the lift, the car lift. There we are. Very good. Very, very good. Right. Top tip: if you want to save your elbow when you're doing the old wheel nuts up, spin the wheel. That movement's much better than that. It's different and it's fun and it makes the day go quick. Oh, that one's a bit stiff. Oh. I'll make you stiff. All right, good. Next. Oh. Am I going to reach? Probably just. Place your bets now. Do you reckon it'll hold air? In fact, why don't you comment down below? Let me know. Come on. It's not looking good. Ah. I'll show you what I've just spotted. Yeah, it's not going to work. Arse. I forgot, there's somebody I need to introduce you guys to. Come here. Come in. Darwin. Hello. Sit. Paw. Good boy. This is Darwin. He's about 6 months old. Blue male border collie. A little brother for Lorcan. He's a good boy. He's with me today. So I borrowed the front wheel off this one because it could hold air. And the wrong bloody wheel pattern. So this is a 1970, very late model, fuel injection. This one is a Jensen, one of the very first P1800s ever made. And the bloody bolt pattern's wrong. Can't win, can you? I'll just have to put that flat thing on and just try and push it with that. It won't even, not even to, just so I can roll it. Bugger. Oh yeah, disc brakes on the rear. Disc brakes on all four on this guy. Nice.
3 different parts of it. They're all different courses, so they come out, the big ones, they're the most course.
Yeah. So starting at the front, we've got this front frame is all knackered. This will all have to be changed out. Excuse the wind noise on the roof, by the way. Yeah, all of this Wi-Fi stuff, that all needs to go. Front subframe off, changed the bushes. Rot. This is the worst part here on the chassis rail, and a little bit further back on that side. Outrigger's knackered as usual. Small hole in the passenger footwell. Driver's side, perfect, nothing wrong with it. Really, really good. Outrigger, hole in the floor. Apart from that, not bad. Centre chassis looks okay. It's just this side. Floors are good. A little bit of surface rust there. New exhaust on it, guys. New stainless exhaust. Somehow the best thing about the car. Tank. This is a fuel injection, so that'll have to come off. I have to clean that. And then it's just everything else. A little bit of mechanical work to do, but not nearly as bad as we thought. Yeah, all this stuff. It's all by the by. It's easy to cut all that out. New inner and outer seals are going to be needed, which is fair enough. Not too bad. There's supposed to be a join here, 27 inches from here to this join. It's supposed to be separate pieces, but we'll get into all that as we're going along. Yeah. This all has to get cut out. Well, what is that? This front end will need redoing. Might have to try and find a... That's all filler. Look at that. I'll have to find a donor front end, I think. Not ideal. Yeah, look at that. It's all knackered. Yeah, look at where the cross, anti-roll bar was supposed to be attached to. That's all gone. Well, seen worse. Oh, hello again. Seen worse. Not much worse, but I've seen worse. Yeah. Ooh, that's the way. Right. Okay. Gotta get cables there. Oh shit. Okay. Might as well chop this off here because it's safe. So what I'm doing here is obviously the sills needed replacing, so they've all been cut out. but I needed to know whether or not the inners needed doing. So on these, they're really well built, they're really strong. It's a thick metal plate at the back that ties the bottom of the inside of the car to the outside, and then there's a secondary piece that comes after that, which has some holes for strength. Is there any left that I can show you? I don't think there is. And then there's the outer sill, which is attached to that. So I've cut all of that rock back now. I've got to this final strong piece. I'm just trying to clean that up because I'm going to have to weld that in, make that stronger again, and then I can build out from that. Good, good. The scariest bit is starting this, but once you're into it, once you make that first cut into the bodywork, it's fine. Dad's just gone to try and find some glasses for me. Here. Wear glasses. So I can see that this doesn't go all the way along. This is rotten, so I'm trying to clean this up where I can. To be honest, I think a lot of it's going to need cutting out, and then I'll have one strong piece all the way to the front, because this is what the outrigger also ties into down here. And the sill is the important bit, because it's what the underside of the car and the end of the bodywork is all tied in together. So I think what me and Dad are going to do is we're going to start on this side. Looks like the easiest side to start on with, and then we'll move on to the other side and then do the underneath. I've just come over to the Jag for a second. It's been a couple of days. The new clutch master cylinder has arrived. Just tighten that up. I'm going to jack this up and bleed that and then get the clutch working. Still waiting for the brake master cylinder, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not the be all and end all. I could at least get one of them working and then wait for the other to arrive. Yeah, it's been a couple of days, and then I'll show you the progress we're going to do on that, and then tonight I'm going to get de-rust as much as I can from the underneath and maybe take the petrol tank off as well. Unsure, we'll see how far we get. But right now, yeah, let's do the clutch on this. That's got fluid in it, it's bled. Jag. What are we? 11? Yes, we are. I've been here before, obviously. So you can see the new chassis, new underneath. These guys, all the way down. Floor pans are done. Yeah, it's all good. It's all looking good. Right, anyway, that's loose. Oh, I need to attach the pedal. Yeah, let's go and do that. Don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna have to make that brake fit in again. See it? There you go. So this works, but yeah, I need to do that again. My favourite bit. Look at that, a perfect flare. Guess what I forgot? Yeah. There she blows. Right, let's cut it off and start again. My favourite bit. Tell me that's doing the thing. Is it doing the thing? Yeah, it's doing the thing. So I would usually just let it gravity bleed, but this is a different system where the piston forces it out the top. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'll just have to wait until Dad comes and then we can bleed that together. But little victory to start the night. Happy with that. Yeah. Let me show you the Volvo. So far, not a lot. I'm gonna have to remake this. It's not straight. You can see it's not straight. Tried to save it. Tried beating it. It's just, yeah, this isn't gonna be good enough. inner sill is in all the way along. Plug welded that in quite strong, and I've welded it from the inside as well, so it's all seam welded along the bottom. Pretty thick, it's 2 or 3, I think that's 3 mil there. Pretty thick, solid, it's not going anywhere. And then started the outer sill. So this part is one piece here, which looks about right. I'm quite happy with that now. It's obviously just self-tapered in there for professional alignment. And then this is a middle piece, this section. 27 inches it should be from this join to this join from the factory. Remaking that currently. And then there's the back piece, which is sort of tied into this, but I don't think we're going to go that far. I'm not going to replace the whole wing, although we could do if I had £1,000, which I don't. So yeah, remake this bit last. But that's not why I'm here tonight. Why I'm here tonight is the underside. It is crispy. So what I'm going to do, I've got loads of flappy discs for the grinder. I've got my wire brushes, wire wheel, all sorts of gear. I'm going to descale everything underneath as much as I possibly can. And also tonight, there's what? Help? What's that doing there? Why is that old dangleberries down there? And why is there another one there? So fuel tank needs to come out, because if there's rust and sediment and stuff in there, I need to get it out, and I need to assess the condition of this. Because this is a fuel injection car. As I've said it, I know you're probably sick of me saying it by now, but if any of that stuff gets sucked through into the injectors, it's just a lot more time and a lot more effort I would rather not spend on doing that. When I'm going to have to go through all that anyway, once I start digging into the engine. Once we get to a certain point, once I get this tank off and I'm happy that there's no sediment and stuff in it, and then I can blow the line out, it's my time to look at the engine and pull it to pieces. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to shoot this up. We'll crack on with this. So I've managed to work out the fuel situation. Because fuel injection, it needs a return line. And there's 2 lines, you can see them. One's fuel and then one's return back to the tank. This is a filter before the electric pump, and that was the filter post pump before it goes to the engine. And I was like, well, why is there this extra? Because there's the fuel line. Where's the return? Like, these 2 are being used. Right, there's the return. There's the fuel line. So what's this guy doing? So I followed him down, followed these 2 pipes, diddly-diddly-day. Because look, there's that extra guy, and then boom. Ah, of course, old fuel line is completely rotten. So they've just ran, well, they've cut the rotten bit out and then just ran I mean, it's good on them. That's what I would have done. So there you go. There's the fuel line. That's the situation. The most of it, I've been hitting it with a hammer. You've been watching. Most of it is like after that guy. This is fine. It suffered from being on the seaside for 20 odd years, but it was quite comprehensively undersealed. So a lot of it is just surface rust. Everything else is fine, but the underseal has seemed to have done its job. This guy, super cool. Looks like an engine oil leak or something has saved this one. Usually you'd see an engine oil leak because all of this would be, it would be all over this. Maybe a little bit of a gearbox oil leak somewhere from the overdrive, or maybe back here, who knows. But the engine, I mean, I've never seen that before. That is squeaky clean. It's just a little bit of oil residue at the back here, but this is usually caked in oil. So it's either an indicator that it was a really good engine that didn't leak, or it was a replacement engine just before it was parked or something like that. But yeah, this is usually very, very well preserved because of oil leaks. Whereas if we look at the diff back here, so you can see the diff needs attention. So the The pinion seal's gone because you can see there's a big band of all the oil up here where this has been spinning and flinging it all up there. And then this was all caked in oil as well. This is all caked in diff oil. These are okay. There's none in the wheels, so it looks like it's just this guy that's leaking, and it's been blowing all underneath here and then spinning it all up there. So main oil seal needs doing, but everything else just needs taking off, sanding down, painting, and then putting back on again. This is pretty cool. It's like a fabric strap. It looks like potentially a saver. It looks like there was two of them, and then it's come loose. So I mean, he's just cable tied them on there. I mean, good on you, bro. Nice work. Other side deleted. Oh no, it's just the one on that side, so it's just one either side. I mean, you guys don't want to watch me carry on doing this. You've seen enough, really. It's just going to be more of that. So I'll catch you in a bit when I've finished doing the underside and I'm ready to have a look at trying to drop the tank. See you in a bit. All in all, not too bad. I was dreading this because if this had all rotted out, this is the top of the tank. But it's looking like we're okay. They're just screws. I'm sure they weren't screws originally, but they are screws. Find one that's a good example. Are they screws? Yeah, they're Phillips screws, look. Get this off and then I can unscrew it, then drop this out. Or lift it up. Lift it up, comes out this way, I think. How strange. We'll find out. Believe it or not, all of these screws came out of this ridge. This is the top of the tank. All the screws come out. I took the filler neck off, and the tank now should just come out. But if I push on it from below with any luck, yeah, it will come out. Perfect. I mean, the good news is it feels empty. There's the tank. Like, I am really impressed because you saw how rotten all this was, this boot lid. And the boot lid had started to go. Usually that means water's getting in here, and this lip, it rots the top lip of the fuel tank out, and it will rot all of this out as well. You can see the car wasn't originally white. You can see the car's original baby poo colour, baby vomit. It's like a yellow green mustard sort of, yeah, 70s. I think, judging by this, we're going to be okay. And I mean, I've skipped like a million steps because there's nothing wrong, unless the fuel tank is rotten on the inside. Cross that bridge when we get there. But I'll be on the engine soon, I think. Yeah. Okay, here's the fuel sender. For those of you that don't know, it's a little resistor, electronic resistor in there, and a little float. And as you fill the tank, the float rises, and this resistor sends a different voltage or current down to the back of your fuel gauge, and your fuel gauge matches it. There you go. Right. No way. No way. Right, I'm going to get you in here. This is good news. I don't think I've ever been so lucky. All right, little bit dusty, but look at that tank. Look at it. It's like a new tank. Bit dusty at the bottom, but I can wash all that out. I don't think I've ever been so lucky. I didn't even break any of these off. This is good news. I don't think I've ever had so much luck taking a car apart. This is good news. So perfect. Tank's good. That saves me a lot of money to buy a new tank. Fuel line's next, and then I can start having a look and doing a bit of research and working out the engine, the fuel injection. Concurrent to that, the bodywork's going to continue. So I'm quite happy with that for tonight. I'm going to leave you there, and I'll catch up with you probably this weekend, Saturday. Nice. Where, yeah, it'll be welding bodywork. See you in a bit. So it's a new chassis leg ready for welding. It's just tacked in at the minute. I've got another plate to go on here, which luckily there's no floor pan, so I can weld the top of that through the floor inside, weld all this up solid, and then that's done. Outrigger finished, needs welding in and tying into the inner sill as well, same as that one. That's as far as we've got. Driver's side is mostly finished now. Bodywork stuff, sanding, filler. The passenger side is not quite there yet. We've cut everything out. New inner sill, need to finish welding that into place on the inside. All of this is all rotten away. Again, it's all been welded. This is all new metal. We need to get the windscreen out. You can't see right now, but yeah.
Oh, really give it some fucking...
Okay.
No, never mind. Not gonna go.
Yeah, the windscreen, it's all rotted around the bottom of the windscreen, so we need to have a look at that next. And this front part, I'm not going to be able to afford to buy in any way, shape or form, so it looks like I'm going to make one. I've got like a cheapo plastic fantastic English wheel over there. I'm going to give it a bloody good go, see if we can make this bottom piece. Not going to be easy, although we do have one to go off. There's one under there, so yeah, should be alright I think. Well, we'll give it a go anyway. But for today, welding. Yeah, okay.